Good morning, friends. Welcome to the 17th episode of State of the Market Live. It's a fresh Tuesday morning. It's 28th June 2022. Yesterday, markets were very rangy and they did not move at all. We opened gap up, but then, as expected, as I told you, they did not cross 15,951. After that, they tried to come down. However, we kept on taking support at around 15,830. So this particular zone is a very key area to continue or ignore the gap. So basically, if you look at the broader structure of the market, you see that we have tried to enter the gap, but we did not successfully cross that side of the gap. However, in Bank Nifty, the situation is different. We'll discuss that in a bit. So we tried to break the gap. We tried to kind of cross it. However, the market was rejected right at 15,951. So this is a key information when the market opened that made me not so bullish about it. Because we were not bullish, this again creates a poor structure here, and we need to fill this zone before taking the next step. So if we have to go up, we have to now fill this zone, make a balance here, and then go up. Otherwise, we will again come down to check for business here at key support levels and then go up. So what the market did yesterday is it did not even take an attempt to break this gap. In Bank Nifty, it's a bit different. That is the starking difference between Nifty and Bank Nifty, which ruled for the entire day. It was negative. We were trying to kind of close the gap below rather than closing the gap above. That implies a poor structure, and as of now, even SGX is very weak and we are still trading in a very negative tone, and we are trying to break yesterday's range. If we break below 15,770, it is going to be negative. Let's see what we can expect for today. My first zone of action is going to be this one. This is the zone I will look for today. This is my zone 1. Now what happens is, once the market fills this zone, it may try to go up to break this zone. If it doesn't, and if there are a lot of buyers that are coming into the auction, they will cover this zone. So this is going to be my zone 2. So what is the zone that I am looking at here? Here, I'm looking for a continuation of a downside covering this zone. This is the zone I will look for. If the market tries to get some upside, and if it goes towards 15,950, I will look for a break of 15,951 and then touching towards 16,135 and other levels. But I see there is a low probability of happening this. However, we cannot rule out that it won't happen. We need to be ready. And if there are any chances of the market breaking 15,951, I will inform the levels in the channel. So stay tuned in my channel. Now let's see what is happening in Bank Nifty and what has happened yesterday. Yesterday, you see that the market tried to get into the gap. It's entirely different. How Nifty behaved and how Bank Nifty behaved are completely different. We should not go with one market tone that the market was negative or the market was positive. It's not like that. Nifty had a different behavior and Bank Nifty different behavior. You see that in Bank Nifty, it was more bullish. It tried to open within the gap, but it did not sustain it. So this particular first bar is an indication of negativity. You see that? So first thing is, it opened in the mid of the gap. and then it opened in the mid of the gap, and then it did not sustain. So continuously it kept on coming down, and that led to a lot of negativity. Today, what can happen in this market is, number one, it is going to dip below this level, and then again look for liquidity in this zone. So this is the zone where the market can trade today. Otherwise, what it can do is it can stay within this zone and continue for the next 2 to 3 days until expiry. So the one option is it can come into zone 1 and keep on trading here, or it can go to zone 2 and keep on trading in this range until expiry. Any break of 34,400 is only going to get me into zone 3, and that will be of least concern to me as of now. If the market gets there, I will see and I will analyze and I will react as per such moves. You should never try to predict the market. You should always react in a market. That is the key quality of a professional trader. Let's see what is happening in Reliance. In Reliance yesterday, it was a bit of negative day, and we tried to get back into this bottom range. We tried to get back into this kind of broad range, and you see that we tried to open above this, but this is called a key zone where we should have gone up for any positivity. However, this particular information was enough to say that Reliance will be negative. We tried to short the stock yesterday, but it was very rangy during the day, so we ignored. However, we tried to get below 2502. However, there was not much momentum and the market got close. So today the Reliance can continuously trade within this range. So this is going to be its zone 1. If it moves above 2530, it can go into zone 2. So this is where you will find nice opportunity for longs. Any break of 2450 or this particular zone can lead to zone 3, for which there is less possibility. However, the downside is inviting because I see a touch of 2420 as inevitable. This should happen. So I told you last week that Reliance has to fall to 2420 and find buyers here before taking a move up. That is for Reliance. Let's see what is happening with HDFC and other stocks. So in HDFC, the situation is different. They were HDFC and HDFC Bank, they tried to be long or they tried to be positive. However, they could not sustain above the gap zone. Of course, they sustained above the gap zone, but they could not move beyond 1370, or HDFC could not move beyond 1370 because of the poor momentum in the market. So today, what is the zone that I will be looking for? This is the zone I will look for today to fill this area. This is going to be my zone 1, and then it may move towards higher side if the market gets momentum. Otherwise, we will continue to trade in this zone, and any move below 1328 can lead to a fall towards 1290 levels. So basically, these are the levels that it can fall to. That can be zone 3. Now let's see what is happening in HDFC Bank. Sorry, let's see what is happening in HDFC. In HDFC, the situation is same. You see that we tried to break above this gap zone. We tried to get above this gap zone. However, there was no momentum. We are trading in a kind of rangy market. And now, today, we can see a move into this 2140 to 2180 zone. This can be zone 1. if market is negative. If we are positive, we can go above this 22 zone. However, we need to break this particular area. We need to break this particular area to get into positive levels, that is around 2260. So if you are looking for longs, so this is the zone you have to aim for. Otherwise, you need to stay calm below 2220 zone and let the market find more momentum on the downside to move upside later. So for expiry, there will be a lot of management around these lower levels, and we need to be careful on the long side. And one more thing we have to keep in mind is in US, there is quarter end or month end rebalancing happening. That's why yesterday also I was negative. So any move below these levels, around 38.91, can take us back towards 38.22. And if US markets fall like this today, we may see a lot of traction on the downside. So now they need to move above this zone of 39.38 for positivity. So keep on tracking S&P futures as well. Any move in this zone until expiry is going to give us a rangy moves or a down move for us during expiry. So in Nifty, I am expecting broadly until expiry, we can trade this, we can continue to trade in this range rather than going higher. However, I will keep these levels under watch. Any move above 15,951 in Nifty and any move above 34,430 in Bank Nifty will only let us go for a long. Otherwise, we'll continue to trade within this gap zone or below the gap zone, and we have to be very careful until expiry as US rebalancing is happening. That's all for today, guys. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel and share among your friends. Have a great day.